Welcome to the Waylanders. We're going to have a look at a gameplay. We're going to have a two-player game, a short two-player game, so you can get the general idea of how the game plays. So we're going to start having a quick reminder of how the player turn works. So the player turn is divided in three phases. We're going to start with the initial phase, when we are going to claim main objectives, okay, which are the ones related with the power areas, the power zones in the map. Okay, then we're going to deactivate the adventures. All those adventures we used in the previous turn, they will get reset. Then we're going to declare any possible formations on the board if any of the players actually was capable of doing one. And that would be the initial phase. Second phase will be the activation phase, when we are actually going to play. We will activate our characters, our adventurers, and we will take actions on the board like moving, attacking, etc. Also, we can claim any secondary objectives that we might have triggered. Secondary objectives are not related with the power zones, and they're usually related with knocking down enemies and that sort of thing. Then we would end with the final phase. During the final phase, we can also declare formations, if there are any formations set by any of the players, and the active player will pass any used action points to the next player, so he can start playing the game. And that would be the general chart. Okay, so as you can see, we've set up the game for a two-player game. The scenario is one of the scenarios in the game. All these scenarios you can find in the mission rulebook. You can find several different scenarios, but you can also prepare your own if you want. We've also received a certain amount of action points depending on the number of players. The first player will always get 4, and after that each player will get 1 less action point. So he has 3. If there were more players, the next one will have 2, and the final one will have only 1 action point to begin with. Okay, and I think that's about it. Okay, I think we can start the game. So Sergio, if you don't mind, I'm going to start playing. Okay, so I'm going to start with my activation. So I'm going to activate Thunk. As we can see, I'm going to start moving Thunk, and Thunk can move to mountain spaces for free. So this is her, and she's going to move here with no action point spendage because of her movement capacities. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 action point to explore this magic zone. This one, it has 1 check, so I could try to overcome that check, which I will do using another action point. I'm going to roll 1 red die because I'm in the mountain, and since Thunk has this symbol, she has a good chance to actually control the place. Blank face, so I'm a loser. Nothing happened. Okay, so that would be my first action with Thunk. Now I'm going to move. Let's go with Dergen. Dergen, she's going to use 1 action point to move her into the plains. Okay, so I activated Dergen and I've moved 1 space into the plains. And I think I'm also going to explore this area. So I'm going to take a look here, and I can see that this magic zone requires 3 successful rolls, which is not easy. So yeah, I don't have any action points left, so that's the end of my turn. I'll do my final phase. I have no formations, so I cannot declare a formation. And I will pass my used action points to Sergio, who can now do his turn.
I'm rich now.
Yep. Got a lot of things to do now.
Okay. Let's go. I activate Brick.
Okay.
And I do a movement action to move to forest.
Okay.
Here. I need to spend 2 point actions.
Okay, 2 action points.
Second, I activate Bala.
Okay.
And do the same.
Perfect.
Here. And another time I need to spend.
And again, you need to spend 2 action points to move into the forest. Okay.
That's right. And now I activate Error Break. And then the same.
Okay.
I move here. I need to spend again.
Okay.
2 action points. So now I have 1 point left. I pass.
Okay, perfect.
So I give you my action point spent.
Perfect. Okay, so hasn't used his last action point, so he's going to keep it until the next round, and now it's my turn to play. So first of all, I'm going to start with my initial phase. Again, I have no objectives, I have no formations, so I'm going to start by resetting my characters. So I put them back into the unactivated position, and I can start my turn. So, first of all, I'm going to move Blach into this plane over here, right there, with one action. Then I'm going to pay another action, actually over there. He's not going to attack, but Brandna is going to move also, and she's going to move into the planes. Actually, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move her into the plane here. This way she can attack over here, which is what she's going to do, because she has a range, she has a long range, and she can attack up to 2 spaces away. And I'm going to attack with 2 dice, which is very good for me, but with the green dice, which are not the most favorable, but I still have some chances. So I'm going to use 1 action point for the attack, and I'm going to roll 2 die against all of these characters. Ooh, nice, got 1 success. So now Sergio needs to defend from my attack, and we'll have to defend with each one of his characters.
Perfect. I have bad notice for you.
Okay, bad news.
First, air break.
Yeah.
Successful defense.
Okay. Automatic defense.
Automatic defense.
Okay.
Break. Have
Okay.
an automatic defense.
Okay.
But Badam,
Yeah.
need
1
to
roll.
roll the
Okay.
dice.
So it didn't go as well as I expected, but I might still harm 1. And now he gets 1 at 1, but 2 successes.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
means that if he had the range, he would do a counter attack. It's not the case.
Badam not have.
He doesn't attack at all.
Just
He's the
not
healer. So, whew, lucky for me. Okay. And that would be all with Brajna. Now I'm going to do my another action with Hangings. I'm going to use 1 action point, and I'm going to move him into the forest. I'm also going to activate him once more to check the power zone. I'm going to try taking control of it, so I'm going to roll another die. I use the yellow die, which again is not ideal. Oh, sorry, yeah, excuse me, I'm going to use the green die, not the yellow die. This is the forest. Thank you, Sergio, for the clarification. And I'm going to roll, and again I miss.
Use it again.
Yeah,
Twice.
my team doesn't want power zones apparently, so that's it. With my last action, I'm going to activate Blach. No, I cannot do it. I activated him already. Okay, so you've seen I've tried to activate Blach, but I cannot do it because I've already activated him this turn. I activated another character, so now I cannot go back to Blach. In that case, I'm going to activate Durgan, and with 1 action point, I'm going to try getting the power zone in this area. For that, I'm going to roll 1 yellow die from the plane, and 1 yellow die and 1 white die from support from my colleagues. So I roll the 2, and nothing good. So nothing happened, and that's about it.
This could
But
be really easy for me.
I am going to activate a formation with Blach as my final phase. Okay, so I have this formation right here. And that's it. So now
Perfect.
I pass my actions,
I
my
need to
spent
know.
actions to
I need
Sergio.
to know, Buster.
Yeah.
What is the power of your formation?
My formation at the end of the turn heals every damaged warrior inside the formation, except for the emblem.
No way.
So right now we're very safe from your attacks.
Okay. In my initial phase, I deactivate.
Okay.
So I don't have any objectives to claim. So I pass to my activation phase. And this is difficult for me because of your power formation. So
That was the idea.
yeah, well, okay. First, activate air break.
Okay.
I did a movement. Okay. So I spent 2 action points.
Okay.
Second, activate Balan.
Mhm.
This is one for you, no?
Yeah. That's the one I like.
And the same again, I spend 2 action points.
Okay. Move into the mountain.
Okay. And the third, I activate Brig,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the surprise for you. I spend 1 of movement,
Uh-huh.
and I have
2 left.
2 left. Okay.
Okay.
First,
See?
I declare an attack.
Okay.
So Brig, when we shoot you, I can.
Uh-huh, yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can reach me, there's range.
As I attack to the plane,
Okay.
I choose 1 brown dice,
Mm-hmm. And you have support, so...
and I have 1 support.
Okay.
So
1 extra die. Cross my fingers.
oh,
Oh,
2 success.
tough. Very tough. Okay, so this is bad. This is very bad for me. Because most likely I'm going to get some of my characters damaged. So, I don't even need to roll for Dergen because she only has 1 possible defense. In any case, he has 2 successes. And since he has more successes than the successes I could get, she gets 1 damage automatically.
No, because sorry, Bastard, but
See?
the defense dice.
Oh, I could get a double. Oh, yes, you're right. You're right.
Double.
Okay,
So,
good, good.
Please turn
So I'm
again.
going to roll, and if I'm very lucky, not lucky enough, I would get defended. It wasn't the case, so...
Sorry, I get that dancing.
Yeah. I turn her around. Now she's damaged, which means that she's not going to be as powerful as she was before. Okay, that's 1. Then we're going to go with Rajna, which is the same case. She also has 1... no, not bad. It's not... She has a special ability that if she's in forest, she has a special defense, but it's not the case. So, again, she gets damaged. Okay, so now I'm going to defend with Blach. He doesn't roll any dice. He has 1 success, 1 automatic success. Since I got 2 impacts, I get the damage, and Blach as well gets a wound.
Like I say, I have.
Yep. 1 left. Okay, go ahead.
So
Yes, of course.
there's
Makes
a dice.
sense. Makes sense. And wow, I'm not even going to bother rolling the dice. So everyone is dead. And that's about it.
And in my final turn,
That's it.
okay,
No, no. There we go.
I can claim the secondary
Yes,
objects.
correct, correct.
Vale. I know down 3 enemies from the same team in the same turn.
Yep.
So I have 2 victory points for the objective
Right?
and 1, 2, 3 victory points
For knocking them down.
for knocking them.
Okay.
So I pass you my used action points.
Vale.
This is discarded and
And we'll
Yeah,
take the
please.
shows.
Perfect.
Okay. So we played a few turns. We're about to finish the game. Right now it's Sergio's turn. He has 9 points and is in the middle of his action, and it's quite likely that he's going to earn the final point and reach 10 points and win the game right now. I'm with 8 points. Both of us got a couple of objectives during the game. We also have some power areas in control. But as I said, it's not looking good for me. So Sergio, please go ahead, kill my poor Blach, and
Blach.
we can get this over with.
You choose
One
Blach.
little detail is I'm still information here, just so you know. Remember that with my emblem in the middle, you're always going to have a little advantage. Again, I doubt it's going to help me right now, but it's always good to know.
Okay, okay. Here's the final for you.
Okay.
I activate Brave
Okay.
and I declare 1 attack.
All right.
So again,
You're rolling.
I attack
Mhm.
plane and I have 1 support.
Okay. Crossing my fingers.
Give me luck, please. Oh my god.
Oh wow, not good. Okay, so 2 impacts. Block and roll a die and try to defend, because now I am harmed and it's not an automatic defense anymore. So I'm going to roll the defense dice. If I get 2 successes, I could still avoid the attack.
Ah!
It's not the case, so Blagets falls down, Sergio gets the final point, and he wins the game in this epic battle. Congratulations,
Yeah.
you were lucky.
Thank you very much.
And that's it. That's Waylanders. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you got a good general idea of how the game works. And if not, let us know in the comments. Thank you. Goodbye.